Breaking news, a wild night for firefighters in Palm Beach County. A warehouse catches fire, then moments later, a home nearby goes up in flames. We are live as investigators are looking into the possibility of arson.
And an explosion during liftoff, something going terribly wrong for NASA's latest launch. The investigation happening this morning.
And tracking the tropics, an area of clouds that could possibly develop. Plus, the cold front that will bring us much colder air this week.
Now, CBS 12 News This Morning.
Yeah, Mother Nature giving us a treat, not a trick for Halloween. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to CBS 12 News This Morning. I'm Eric Roby. Today is Wednesday, October 29th. See what I did there? Giving us a treat.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? There are two big weather stories that we're following right now, that area of clouds. And then the bigger weather story, I think, is that colder air that's possibly coming in. Yeah. And definitely not a story is Roby's bad joke.
Well, that's nothing new right there. All right, here we go. It's a nice morning outside for us on this Wednesday. We're tracking the tropics and we're tracking the coldest air of the season that'll be here Friday night. Boy, get ready for a big chill this weekend. All right, we've got you ready for a Wednesday morning, and we help you out the door with a mostly sunny sky as we head out. Take a look at this. That big area of clouds right there, just northeast of Puerto Rico, that looks much better organized. Now, the Hurricane Center has given it a 30% chance of developing, but this looks like it's got a much better chance. We'll get an update at 8 a.m. If it's a tropical storm, the next name on the list is Isaias. And that could be tropical, but it looks like it'll move northeast away from us. In the meantime, it's a quiet morning. I have tracked a couple of showers this morning. Now, if you're southbound into Broward County, we've had little showers come through here around Parkland and south towards Copans Road. Got a lot of Broward County people who commute south into Broward. Watch you driving right there. Otherwise, mild outside right now. 73 Jupiter, West Palm 76, and Fort Pierce 60. All right, back to track the cool air in a minute. Let's track traffic with Michelle.
You never want to rush anywhere when you have those slick conditions. Thank you, Chris. Later on this morning, I expect that for us, at least for now. Good news as you wake up with us on this Wednesday. 2 more days. We're off to the weekend at 6:01. We love that you started your day off with us. Hey, take a look at my scanners right now. This is fire, rescue, and police scanners, which shows me any delays. At least for now, things are looking too good and looking really good out on the roadways. A live look outside showing you Delray Beach to your right. That's Atlantic and the Turnpike in a westbound direction. No problems there. And downtown West Palm Beach, you're good to go at Southern. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Michelle. 6:01 is the time. Let's get to some breaking news. It has been a busy early morning for fire crews in Palm Beach County. First, a warehouse caught fire, and then homes and some brush went up in flames.
CBS 12's Thomas Forrester is joining us live near Southern Boulevard and Jog Road with the house that caught on fire. And right now, firefighters saying it's very suspicious that that house caught on fire because no one was living there.
That's right. Good morning, Eric. As you mentioned, a very busy morning for Palm Beach County Fire Rescue, and in their words, very suspicious. 2 different fires, less than a mile apart, and both buildings abandoned. Let's take a look right here at this house right here. We are on the scene of the abandoned house on the 500 block of South Alice Court in West Palm Beach. That's a Southern and Jog area. Now, Palm Beach County Fire Rescue just left the scene around 20 minutes ago. That house is destroyed. Now, the call came in around 3:30 this morning. It was a ranch-style home. Now, when firefighters say they arrived, it was fully engulfed in flames. They took a defensive approach to get the flames under control, and when they did, they searched the home but found no one inside. Now, investigators are here on the scene trying to determine the cause. I'm being told unofficially they believe the chances of arson are very high. Now, when firefighters were on their way here this morning, they told me the exact location was pretty easy to find.
We could see it when we turned probably approximately half to 3/4 of a mile away. You could see the glow.
Now, Eric and Suzanne, as I mentioned, there was another fire in the area less than a mile away. As you mentioned, it was a commercial building on the 100 block of Jog Road, again in the Jog and Southern area. Investigators are on that scene as well, trying to determine the cause. Now, there is no official connection between the two, but when I asked one person on the scene, they told me it doesn't take brain surgery to find out that both buildings were abandoned less than a mile apart. Something is very suspicious. I'll get more details as they arrive, and I'll certainly pass them along to you. Until then, reporting live in West Palm Beach, I'm Thomas Forster, CBS 12 News This Morning.
Yeah, I think there are going to be some dots that are connected later this morning. All right, thank you, Thomas, for that report. Keep us updated as that is still developing. Meanwhile, the fire marshal also trying to determine what caused this house fire in West Palm Beach. This was the scene along the 1500 block of West 17th Street. The Red Cross is now helping out that family to find a temporary place to live.
A Treasure Coast community is waking up in shock this morning after learning about a very disturbing set of crimes in their backyard. Detectives say this man, 34-year-old Tyrone Edison, befriended several children in the White City neighborhood in Fort Pierce. He's accused of giving them drugs and alcohol and molesting at least 7 of them. Now, those victims include a 15-year-old girl and 6 boys ages 11 to 14. One neighbor wondered where the parents were and why did they get suspicious of this guy in his 30s hanging out with young children.
It's horrible, really. I can't believe it's in this neighborhood.
Everybody liked the guy. I don't know why. He was very deceptive. He's a monster,
Sheriff's investigators say there may be more victims out there. They are asking them to come forward. Edison is facing 17 charges, including rape. He is being held on $1.5 million bond this morning.
6:05 is the time, and happening right now, the search is on to determine what caused a NASA rocket to explode during takeoff. This was an unmanned rocket, and as you can see, it erupted into a ball of flames just a couple of seconds after takeoff on Wallops Island, Virginia. Right now, Mission Control is still trying to assess what went wrong. We don't know. Now, this rocket was on a mission to deliver cargo and experiments to the International Space Station. Now to a news alert. Homeland Security says that it is increasing security at more than 9,500 federal buildings across the state. Officials say the move is in a precautionary measure and not in response to a specific threat. Now, CBS 12 contacted officials to find out if buildings in our area are going to be affected. They say they cannot comment on any security changes. The announcement comes a week after a lone terrorist attacker actually attacked Parliament in Canada. And the Canadian soldier that was killed during that attack is now in his final resting place. The country honored Corporal Nathan Carrillo during a public funeral service. Thousands of people lined the streets to pay their respects as the funeral procession moved through his hometown. Secretary of State John Kerry joined Canada's Prime Minister and other dignitaries at that funeral.
The Florida Highway Patrol will hold a news conference today. They're expected to show parts from the SUV involved in that hit-and-run crash that killed a road ranger along I-95 in Boca. FHP is asking drivers to be on the lookout for a 2005 Jeep Grand Cherokee Limited with front-end damage. They're not sure of the color. They are continuing their search for the driver who hit this man, 59-year-old Arnold Metellus, as he was helping a driver on the side of I-95. And this morning, John Goodman is not waking up at his 10,000-square-foot Wellington mansion. He is in a cell at the Palm Beach County Jail. In fact, look at what the sheriff tweeted out last night. He says, currently John Goodman is being rebooked in the Palm Beach County Jail until further notice. He will be eating rice, beans, bread, and cookies for dinner. Goodman, of course, was found guilty yesterday of DUI manslaughter in the death of Scott Wilson. It's his second conviction, but his attorneys say they will appeal again. A judge has not set Goodman's sentencing date.
Well, today you have a chance to voice your opinion about the controversial rail project that will have a stop in our area. All Aboard Florida will eventually connect Miami to Orlando with that high-speed rail. Officials with the rail service will discuss train noise, air quality, impact on wildlife, and jobs. Today's meeting is in the West Palm Beach Marriott off of Okeechobee in downtown. It runs from 3:30 until 7 o'clock this evening. Right now, the Palm Beach County School District is in desperate need to find new school bus drivers.
Yeah, very desperate. CBS 12's Gary Whittam is live in West Palm Beach with the details on the massive effort that is going to be taking place tomorrow. Good morning, Gary.
Good morning, Suzanne. Yeah, so they need 30 drivers. And think about this. You've got about 60,000 students in the school district that need to get to and from school. So they definitely need drivers. And here's the thing. I mean, the bus that we're on, it's empty right now. But, you know, these are going to be full of kids as you get on the road this morning. And, you know, don't worry. Your kids, they're still going to get picked up. They have spare drivers. But the thing is, they need these full-time guys. And so, David Davis, you're here with the transportation facilities here at the school board or the school district. So who becomes a bus driver? I mean, who's sitting in the seat that you're sitting in that you see driving around?
Well, we have parents have kids in the school district, and it works with their schedule. We have retirees, a lot of people that have doctorate degrees, masters, different varying education levels. We have students that are continuing their education because they can go to school during the middle of the day, different times.
And one of the coolest things is the CDL, you don't have it, that's okay. They will train you. And we're going to talk about in 30 minutes more of that, what you need to go ahead and get one of these bus driving jobs. David, thank you very much for talking to us. Now, we're putting the information on your screen right now. It's happening tomorrow, the 8th, Palm Beach County School Central Transportation Facility, 3376 Summit Boulevard. We're in West Palm Beach, and it starts at 8 in the morning, goes till 2 in the afternoon. So if you want that job, it's waiting for you. Also, bring resume and have that driver's license with you. That's the latest right now. In suburban West Palm Beach, Gary Whittam, CBS 12 News this morning.
Hey, Gary, we want to know how much they make, too, so maybe you can answer that in our next half hour as well. All right, let's get another look at your weather and traffic together every 10 minutes. 6:10 is the time, and meteorologist Chris Farrell. We're waking up to some nice temperatures again, Chris.
Yeah, very comfortable outside this morning. At 75 West Palm right now, Delray and Boynton 76, Boca 76. Fort Pierce and Cool 61, Sebastian 65, and Stewart 64. Nice morning drive, mostly sunny. By noontime, we'll be close to 82 degrees, and I might have one little tiny shower. This weekend, the coldest air of the season. Are you going to be ready for that? We're going to find out in just a minute. Let's get a look at traffic. Here's Michelle.
Did you say if I'm ready? I've been ready for like a month or so. I love that, Chris. Weather and traffic together every 10 minutes. That's not until the weekend, though, so we'll stick around for that. As you head out the door at 6:10, it is a Wednesday. Good news on the roadways. No delays for anyone. Should get to where you need to be on time. This is a look in Boynton Beach, starting to pick up in a northbound direction. Southbound, you're good to go at Gateway and 95. I'll keep my eye on the FHP scanner. Another update, Eric, in 10 minutes.
All right, thank you, Michelle. 6:11 is the time, and while you were sleeping, we've just learned of a brand new cyber attack, and it was right here, right at the White House. What the administration is doing this morning after they find out about this attack, and this kind of surprised me, who they think is actually behind this.
The country they think is behind it. Also closer to home, a class action lawsuit against cities that issued those red light camera tickets, the thousands of South Floridians who may be able to join that suit.
And we just got some new information on the 2 fires that broke out within a mile of each other. Is it the work of an arsonist? The very latest as this story develops this morning.